Hi guys, it's me, Fisher Rob, for the Novice Angler. Welcome once again to another edition. What are we doing today? Well, I've actually been down to my local fishing shop. Yes, you know, the one at Llanelli, 80 Station Road. Oh, plug. What a blatant plug I am. Yes, I've been down there and they've got in at last the Gemini Tackle range. And it's the arc system. Now, I don't know if you've seen it or not. What a cracking little system. It comes in a little tin, all well presented, complete with your little instructions here. It's underneath the bubble wrap, and diagram, how to set it all up, etc. And you usually have 5, but I've got one down here prepared. But there's 5 there presented in the tin itself. A whole range of colours. I believe it's silt brown, sandy brown and weed green. If you get a fixed set like I've got, these are all 3-ounce weights. You get 5 3-ounce weights in the colour of your choice. You can get a mixed set, which I think is 1 2-ounce, 1 2.5, 1 3-ounce, and then 2 3.5 in the colour of your choice. So you've got a nice mixed selection there as well. Don't worry about all of this blurb I'm throwing out at you. I'll have some pics on there as well later so you can see exactly what I'm talking about, how to set it all up and so forth. And I've literally got my computer behind the camera here, and I'm looking at a picture here of how it's all set up. I shall pop that on screen for you, so have no fear. But what a cracking little system it is. Let's take one of these out. Beautifully cylindrical weight, pointed at one end, almost like the old Wolseley bombs that you used to get from fishing shops, with, I would probably say, reduced fin at the back. That's the only way I could probably describe that, which means it's like little grooves. The further back you go, the more you've got a groove in the actual weight cut. 4 sides, 4 grooves, and a disc at the top. But it's the top mechanism which is the real bit of craftsmanship, you might say here. It's a simple clip-on system for your hook when casting out. How many times with a helicopter have we got tangles? Tons and tons. So what a fabulous system this arc system is. That's what they call it by Gemini. Let me try and show you what I mean. I'll pop this one back. Now, I've made up a very quick helicopter rig here with one of the arc weights. Why do they call it helicopter, for those that don't know? Well, if you spin it round and round and round like that, it goes around like a blooming helicopter blade. But the big thing is, of course, in flight, these lines can tangle. So basically what the arc system does with this clever clip system, you can take your hook with your bait. You don't have to worry about all your baits and things, etc., especially with the hair rigs, and you pull the disc towards the weight, and that opens up a little slot on the top. Again, I'll have some zoom ins of this, so don't worry if you can't see too well here. But you slide the hook inside and then basically pull it right the way down against the weight. Now that traps the hook inside, so when you're casting out, your lines are absolutely parallel, so absolutely fine. And when this is flying through the air, the hook and bait are kept in the slipstream of the weight, and so this gives you a much greater casting range. The slipstream keeps everything in line in flight, and then of course, how does the magic work? Well, eventually the weight's going to start coming down, it's going to hit the water, and it pushes this disc upwards. Okay, now by pushing the disc upwards, it immediately ejects the hook and your bait. So a fabulous way. Your weight continues to the bottom and your bait then is presented properly on the riverbed or lakeside. So I'll do that again for you, just a second. So you literally pull the disc down so that, I want to turn it around a bit so I can see what I'm doing. Pull the disc down so that you can get your hook in, tuck him in there, pull it right the way down to the bottom so it's up against the weight itself, and then hang it on your line, and that's absolutely fine. It's not going to come out of there at all, it's absolutely locked in. So there you go, off you go, cast that out, the weight hits the water, it pushes the disc upwards, and your hook and bait are ejected. What a cracking system. This is the Arc system from Gemini Tackle. As I say, I picked it up from my local fishing shop. You can get it online or at your local fishing shop, I'm sure. Just make some inquiries. Absolutely excellent for a helicopter rib. And as I said before, when you first purchase it, I think it's about £12.99, £13 if my memory serves me right. But that's nothing when you think you're getting 5 full weights with all this know-how behind it. To be honest, 13 quid's nothing in this day and age for carp gear, and all in its own little self-contained little tin. Absolutely lovely, positive, with a guide, diagrams inside that, bubble wrap over the top so it keeps them well protected. Yeah, what a lovely set. So once I get some shots on here as well, enjoy the slides and look up the Gemini Arc fishing system. Thanks for watching.